We are, of course, still waiting on a decision from the U.S. Supreme Court after yesterday's historic hearing about whether or not Donald Trump can be on Colorado's ballot.
And we are getting some new reaction as well as insight from local experts about this case. Fox 31's Ashley Michaels joining us in Washington, D.C. with the latest.
Now that this case is in the hands of the United States Supreme Court, legal experts are starting to speculate about possible outcomes. We're told based on yesterday's arguments, the most likely scenario is that the justices will overturn Colorado's ruling and allow Donald Trump back on Colorado's ballot. But we're also told we could still be having this same conversation in November here at the Capitol. During oral arguments, one of the topics both liberal and conservative justices seemed most concerned about was whether or not states have the right to apply the insurrection clause against a candidate. University of Denver law professor Ian Farrell has been helping us interpret this case since it was first filed in Denver District Court back in September. He says since the court didn't spend a lot of time talking about the definition of insurrection or about January 6th, their ruling isn't likely to give a clear answer about whether Donald Trump specifically can or cannot hold office. Instead, he tells us he thinks the court's ruling will set a precedent by saying individual states cannot use Section 3 of the 14th Amendment against him or anyone else.
But it leaves the underlying merits question open, right? That would mean that they haven't decided whether Section 3 applies to the president, whether what happened on January 6th was insurrection, whether Trump was engaged in insurrection in a way that meant that he was disqualified. All of that would still be an open question that simply the states couldn't act on.
Colorado's primary is March 5th, but ballots go out next week. It's unclear whether or not we'll have an answer from the Supreme Court before then. If this question does come before Congress, it would take a 2/3 vote to pass it. In Washington, D.C., Ashley Michaels, Fox 31.
All right, Ashley.